Hey everyone, this is Mike from Junkion Crafts and Builds, and I know it's been a while. The holiday season is fully upon us, and I have been swamped trying to balance out family time, holidays, shopping, wrapping, all this other stuff. But Christmas has come and gone, and as you can see, I got a couple items here to show off, one of which is this new light box. Gone maybe are the days of the foam core backs and everything, so hopefully this will help make things easier to see and provide a better product for you guys. But anyway, on what we're looking at today. We're doing the unboxing and impressions video of the G.I. Joe Classified Series Crimson Guard. This guy came probably a week before Christmas or so. I did a short on it when I had him in hand, but he's here. Again, really cool pictures on the side and the front. He's number 50 for those that care. Here are his stats for those that care. And we have the back. So that's it for the box. Let's get them out and let's look at accessories. And out of the box, here are the accessories. We'll start from right to left. We've got this really cool backpack sculpt. It's very nice. Again, that digital leather sculpting look is really cool, especially here on the back as well. Not much paint other than the Cobra symbol tamper-graphed on, so maybe a little bit of a dry brush or something will help bring that out. Next we have his saber. Again, black plastic with silver painted on the blade. Looks really sharp. As you can see, we got some ornamentation here on the hilt. Kind of looks like a snake head. And with that, we have his scabbard. As you can see, mine's just a little bent, so I'm going to take a heat gun to that. But again, it's got a little bit of texturing on it here. Simulates the leather. Again, this could do with a little more paint on it. Next, we have a sidearm. Typical weapon that we've seen here with other G.I. Joe figures. Again, all in black, sculpted well. Blast effect compatible. Then we have his ceremonial blade here. His little knife, a serrated top. Again, similar decorations on the hilt. Black plastic, silver. Looks good. Final two accessories are his M16 with bayonet attached. It would have been cool if this would have come off, but I don't mind it. I like the realistic look that we have here. And it comes with a magazine clip. You just plug right in like that. So that's his accessories, so let's get to the figure. And here's the Crimson Guard out of his box. And like we've done with the rest of the G.I. Joe Classified series on this channel, I want to give a little bit of a bio on the Crimson Guard. Now, since he's an army builder, and he's actually my favorite army builder that I had as a kid, the Crimson Guard, otherwise known as the CG, is one of the most elite troopers within Cobra. They're fiercely loyal to the Cobra commander. All CGs must be college graduates with degrees in law or accounting. The primary military specialty is undercover espionage, with a secondary specialty in demolition. And with that primary specialty, most of the CG's duties is to go undercover with professions that are easily recognizable, such as doctors, lawyers, bankers. Some of the higher echelon CGs even go into business or politics for undercover work in support of Cobra. There are 4 ranks of CGs. Excuse me. The Crimson Vipers. Those are the entry-level ranks of the Crimson Guard. They're normal Vipers, but their uniforms are red with silver trimmings. The regulars, such as what we see in front of us, is the standard red coat, and it's the majority of the number within the Crimson Guard. Leaders are basically squad leaders for the Guard. If they send out a group of guardsmen for an undercover operation, there's always one that's going to be the squad leader, and he's recognized by having a silver double breast coat. And the commanders are basically in charge of large groups of guards. Now, there are actually subgroups within the Crimson Guard. Best known to most collectors is the Python Patrol variant of the Crimson Guard. There's also a Shadow Guard, which is a secret division only known to the highest levels of the Crimson Guard Corps. And they're usually dressed all in black, and they're kind of like the damage control cleanup teams if operation goes south. The Crimson Guard fall under the command of the Crimson Guard commanders, which we know as Tomax and Xamot, the twins, which we'll see later on here. And the first appearance of the Crimson Guard in the Marvel Comics was issue number 29. So that's a little bit of a bio. Let's look at the figure himself. And here's the Crimson Guard, and I love this design. I had two of them when I was younger to stand beside my Tomax and Xamot twins, and he just looks great. I mean, the mold and the design that these guys continue to push out. I mean, from the top with this helmet, I mean, it looks scary, it looks imposing. The red and the silver accents on this black faceplate here, really, really nice. Continuing on down into the body, I mean, just the whole design here. There's a digital sculpt to the fabric of the uniform. The silver accents all across the body are really nicely applied. Actually, take that back. I got a little bit of a smudge here, but that's all right. The collar inlets and the metals look really nice. This is a pliable rubber here glued to the shoulder. We have a bicep tampograph symbol here for the Crimson Guard. It continues on down here to this belt, which is a black pliable rubber. Just got to be careful though, as this slides up and down, there's a chance of it scraping against this silver paint here. But that paint goes all the way down. As you can see, I got some chipping going on here because of the belt. So just, again, be careful with that. Moving on down to the legs, again, that color scheme continues on. We have a silver stripe going to mid-thigh on both sides. And then we got these nice black boots with silver accents onto the buckles here. Just a really, really nice looking figure. But as everything else, let's just go to articulation. And we're going to go through articulation fairly quickly because he has most of the same articulation points as any other G.I. Joe classified figure. So the head's on a ball peg. You can look up a little bit, down a decent amount. Can rotate, but every time you rotate, because of the sculpt, he's gonna be looking up. You can kind of keep it down, but overall, when you start it, it rolls up. Shoulders can go almost 90. He has a slight butterfly because of the sculpt. He has bicep rotation, pinless, double jointed elbows. Wrist articulation, he can swivel at the wrist. Not much move because of this design here on the wrist, on the uniform collar here. But it's pretty much all you're really gonna need. Same with the other side. He has the usual great ab crunch, so you can bend down that far. You can bend back. Drop hips, get you up that far. Back that far. We got some tight double jointed knees, but you can get him up pretty much for the full run, more than what you're ever going to use. And for the boot, we got a boot swivel. We have not much of a toe tilt up, a little bit of a tight toe tilt down, and a slight rocker. So that's the articulation real quick. Let's get him with his accessories. And here's the Crimson Guard with all of his accessories. Again, it's another great example of Hasbro being able to give us accessories that the figure can actually carry all at once. So the saber, I had a little bit of a challenge getting my copy's fingers to wrap around the hilt, but it's on there and it's not moving, and it looks so cool. The scabbard, it fits on this little peg here on his belt. Others have said they've had a little difficulty with it staying in place. Mine, I don't have that issue, thankfully. So I can put that in there There's also, like I said, this peg in this backpack where you can stick it, the scabbard onto it as well for storage. The AK-48 looks really, really cool with this bayonet on it. Remove the sword and get that into its scabbard here. And that just slides in pretty easy. But again, he just looks really, really imposing with that bayonet sticking there in the front. The ceremonial knife sticks into its sheath fairly easily, and the pistol fits in his holster just fine. So again, he looks really, really cool, super imposing, love him. Guess we'll move into my final impressions of this guy. So, final impressions of G.I. Joe Classified Series number 50, Crimson Guard. Without a doubt, my absolute favorite figure of 2022 of all the classified releases. His deco's gorgeous, his accessories are just right for him. Everything about him really screams that these guys are a bunch of badasses. The deco looks better than the than the two twins, actually, with the majority of them being unpainted in this swirly gray plastic. These guys are fully painted. The paint that's on there is much better than anything these guys have on. Just looks really good with the scene, especially with Cobra Commander. Can't wait to get the HISS tank and get these guys alongside of it. I might pick up another one, releasing this figure early. Again, if you can find them, pick them up. And this is Mike from Junkyard Crafts and Builds saying thanks for watching. Hope you guys had a happy holiday, and I'm getting ready to start putting together some stuff for 2023. So thanks a lot. Hope you like the pictures at the end, and we'll catch you again real soon. Bye.